Hey guys! Welcome to my home office. This is what I do. Hang out talking to you guys. Anyway, so we're gonna watch a video together on this Nearpod. It's an amazing video. It'll probably take us a couple Nearpods to get through. What I like about it is it combines all 4 chapters that you've read so far. It's got a little bit of the brain, it's got a little bit of consciousness, it's got a lot about perception and sensation. And what this video does is kind of melds all of that together in a theory that can really have profound impact on your life. It can really help you make different decisions, make better choices, or at least evaluate the choices that you are making. Like, why do we recreate the same thing? Why do we keep doing the same things in our life? And how can we change it? How can we help ourselves do something different? This movie's really life-changing, if you really take it seriously. It's a challenging movie, and there's a lot of challenging things in it. And so we'll be stopping it pretty frequently to talk and to ask ourselves these questions. One of the things I suggest, get a big bottle of aspirin. This movie's going to give you a headache. Maybe some beer, I don't know, big glass of water, some popcorn. You're in for a treat. The one thing I would like you to do is get a notebook, so stop right now. Get a notebook, get yourself a pen or a pencil, because along the way I'm going to ask you to write some things down. And as you write these things down, I'm going to ask you questions about it later on Nearpod, so you want to take some notes. Alright, sit back, enjoy the show.
Quantum mechanical ideas of possibility.
Quantum mechanics allows supreme mind.
The brain is capable of millions of neural net.
Biochemical
An emotional response. The brain does not know the difference between what it sees in its environment and what it remembers. We are running the holodeck.
Whatever way we observe the world around us.
So how can you continue to see the world as real if the self that is determining it to be real is intangible? Are all realities existing simultaneously? Is there a possibility that all potentials exist side by side? Have you ever seen yourself through the eyes of someone else that you have become? looked at yourself through the eyes of the ultimate observer?
Who are we? Where do we come from? What should we do? And where are we going?
Why are we here? Well, that is the ultimate question, isn't it?
What is reality?
What I thought was unreal now, for me, seems in some ways to be more real than what I think to be real, which seems now more to be unreal.
You can't explain it. And anybody who gets too lost and anybody who spends too much time trying to explain it is likely to get lost forever down the rabbit hole of mysteriousness.
I think the more you look at quantum physics, the more mysterious and wondrous it becomes.
Quantum physics, in very succinctly speaking, is a physics of possibilities.
These are questions. These are addressing questions of how the world feels to us, of whether there's a difference between the way the world feels to us and the way it really is.
Have you ever thought about what thoughts are made of?
I think some of the things we're seeing with the children today is a sign that the culture is in the wrong paradigm and not appreciating the power of thought.
Every age, every generation has its built-in assumptions that the world is flat, that the world is round, etc. There are hundreds of hidden assumptions, things we take for granted that may or may not be true. Of course, in the vast majority of cases, historically, these things aren't true. So presumably, if history is any guide, much about what we take for granted about the world simply isn't true. But we're locked into these precepts without even knowing it oftentimes. That's a paradox.
Modern materialism strips people of the need to feel responsible. And often enough, so does religion. But I think if you take quantum mechanics seriously enough, it puts the responsibility squarely in your lap, and it doesn't give answers that are clear-cut and comforting. It says, yes, the world is a very big place, it's very mysterious, mechanism is not the answer, but I'm not going to tell you what the answer is, because you're old enough to decide for yourself.
Is everyone a mystery? Is everyone an enigma? And most certainly are.
Asking yourself these deeper questions opens up new ways of being in the world. It brings in a breath of fresh air. It makes life more joyful. The real trick to life is not to be in the know, but be in the mystery.
It's time to get wise.
Okay, it's me again. So take a moment. This will be your first opportunity to take some notes. But think about what the narrator said when they said, the trick is to be in the mystery. What does that mean to be in the mystery? What does that mean to not be in the know? What does it mean to ask yourself these questions like, what is life and what is the purpose and who am I? And have you ever seen yourself through the eyes of somebody else that you become? That's a pretty profound question. It's a pretty intense question. So I want you to take a moment and write down your answers to some of those questions before you move on, because I'm going to come back to them after we finish the next section.